Like, can we get the sticker, proud parent of a kid figuring out a community college? Huh? Can we get that, please? How about proud parent of an assistant manager at Subway? Huh? Can we get that sticker? At least give me proud parent of the best darn roommate a parent can ask for, huh? Can we get that sticker, please? Could put it on my mom's car tomorrow. I'm a firm believer in the older you get, the more you should let yourself go. Don't worry, I practice what I preach. It's okay. I'm just saying, if you're in the military or you're a personal trainer, you need to stay in shape. I get it. Do what you got to do. But if you're jacked and you're in your 40s, you're the deli manager at Food Lion, are you living your best life? I don't think you are. You're around all that great cheese and deli meat all day. Have a slice. It's okay. Live a little. Enjoy your Tuesday. Because I hate to be the bearer of bad news, guys. We're all going to fall apart, you know. So do you want to blow that knee out at 50 on your morning jog? Because that's what you do. You jog in the morning. Or do you want to blow that knee out at 38 at Golden Corral? Because you turn too fast when they put out fresh rolls on the buffet line. Just saying, I'll take option number 2. That's all I'm saying. Oh, man. I had my first senior moment the other day. I fell in the shower. Down in Wilmington, we have these lovely little things called water bugs. They're flying cockroaches. I don't know why we gave them a fancy name. They're like, they live at the beach. We got to call them water bugs. So I was taking a shower, and I saw one. I was like, excuse me, sir. I like to bathe alone. And I go to kick him down the drain, and my feet went out from under me. And at first, I tried to save it. But that just means I ripped down the shower curtain and face planted on the toilet. Out cold. Knocked myself out cold in the shower and realized at 33, I needed a life alert button. I even woke up like I was in a life alert button commercial. Like, oh my. Help. Knowing I was the only one in the apartment, I said out loud, I've fallen and I can't get up. Like some magic life alert genie was going to pop up out of nowhere. Like, you said the magic words, help is on the way. Went to the doctor recently because that's just something you do as an adult. Where's that class in school? Well, we're going to tell you. No, you go to the doctor once a year and you deal with it. So my fiance was smart. She set up all the appointments for the year in a week span because she knew I love her and I'd go to them out of courtesy to her. So I had a sleep apnea test. I had blood work. And then at the end of the week, I had the catch-all where he was going to give me the recap of all the terrible things that were going wrong with me. So I go in, I do the sleep apnea test, I do the blood work, and I go in for the doctor visit. And what do they do right away? They defeat you immediately. They put you on that scale. And the number plate was turned to where I couldn't see it. But the nurse just hits me with, I can't think of a number that's worse than Next up, blood pressure. This is where the tables start turning in my favor. Because contrary to what she just saw on that scale, perfect blood pressure. So good, she took it a second time. Even better the second time. Because that's just the petty person that I am at this point. So that's when I got to look at her and go, Then we walked in to see the doctor. And if there's any other big guys in the audience, you know you got that speech in the back of your pocket. You know he's going to tell you to lose weight, but if you bring it up first, it's like you win a little bit. So I had that ready to go. So he comes in, he's going over my paperwork. He's like, well, Mr. Harrison, you don't have sleep apnea. Blood work looks phenomenal. Perfect blood pressure. That's when I thought he was about to hit me with the, but. So I steered into it. I was like, I know, Doc, I need to lose a little bit of weight. I get it. This medical professional looked me in my soul and said, I mean, if you want to. I was like, what's up? He's like, I can't medically tell you to lose any weight right now. So I pulled out my phone and hit record and had him say that again one more time. And this past Thanksgiving, when Aunt Cheryl gave me the stink eye for getting plate number 3, she said something like, you know, Drew, 3 out of 4 doctors say what you eat in your 30s comes back and gets you in your 60s. I pulled out my phone and said, well, Aunt Cheryl, 1 out of 1 doctors says you can mind your own business. How about that? Then I stole a pecan pie and ate it in the garage. Guys, I'm Drew Harrison. Y'all enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Drew. Let's give it up one more time for Drew Harrison. Good stuff, my man. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. So it was here last year. Incredibly funny. If you were here, you laughed a lot. If you were not here last year, you probably didn't laugh a whole lot that night. So, but you're going to remedy that tonight. And we're glad to have him back. We know him from Burlington. His dad's a good friend of mine. That's how we got to know him from Western Elements High School. All these roots that he has locally. Now from Leland, Wilmington, Winnebago, all those East Coast cities down southeast. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Feltz.
I'm gonna start air guitaring up here. I really will. Oh, hey, can we give it up for Integrity Church, ladies and gentlemen? Go and give it up for Integrity Church for putting this on. This is fantastic. Integrity Church is the only church that will let me walk out on stage to Stryper. I think that is one of the coolest things. No other church will let me do that. God bless them. And they treat me so well. They said, John, is there anything we can do to make the show comfortable for you? And I said, yes. If you can make sure that no one sits in the first front 2 rows right here, that would really make me feel comfortable, like everyone really wants to be here. Thank you so much. Oh, and if you could have 2 lost children sit in the front too, so people could identify them, that would be fantastic. It always makes me happy. Here's what's crazy, and I see this everywhere I go. There's like time portals all over this church, because you see 2 girls here, and you see these women here. I feel like these girls are these women in the future, or something like that, like... Let's go back to that time we saw that handsome comedian, shall we? It's happening right here, too. You see these 2 couples? This is you guys later on in life, right here. Congratulations. Sir, you're really getting to sweater vests. Congratulations. It's a good thing to know. I'd like to thank you all for choosing to be here and for spreading out. Some of you chose to sit closer. Thank you. Thank you, cool kids in the back. That's right. Very good. Thank you, guy who kind of wore the same shirt that I'm wearing right now. Thanks, buddy. This doesn't feel weird at all. Not weird that I look just like the audience. It was strange coming here. I know I look a little different from last year. I had a beard and shorter hair. I couldn't get haircuts anymore because of affordability. So I said, listen, I'm not coming back for a while. Just go and give me the Bob Ross, all right? And we'll be very good. The plan was to get to Burlington, go to the hotel, take a shower, shave, put on a button-up shirt. A few problems. We didn't know that we'd be driving through Raleigh, 40, 85, Charlotte, all those different places around traffic time. So we had to rush here. I said, do you guys have a shower? They said, no, we have a sink. So I don't know which one of you it was, but some poor awkward person walked in on me with my head looking like I was committing suicide. Saw me shave, and I was like, I'm the comedian tonight. Yeah, this is really professional, man. It's good to be here, Burlington. And I wasn't trying to brag. I was like, please don't mention I went to Western Alamance. I don't want these people to think I'm better than I am. I didn't mean to brag about that. Yes, I graduated Western Alamance. Sorry, I'm super smart. So... Oh, it's true. I miss you. I miss you, Burlington. I miss you. I miss the friendly people, the friendly faces, all the smiles. Oh, and your food options. It is like the Vegas for fast food restaurants out there. You can go anywhere you want. People, I live in Wilmington, North Carolina. We don't have a Sheetz. We don't have a Steak and Shake. People, we do not have a Biscuitville in Wilmington. Okay? Yes, exactly. I was talking to Drew. I was like, Drew, we should go to Biscuitville. He went, hey, man, what is Biscuitville? And I was like, oh, what is Biscuitville? I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to show you. I was the mayor of Biscuitville in high school, okay? That's the best place in the world. Your movie theaters are changing, too. Last time I was here, I haven't seen the movie theater here since it was West End. You guys have a new fancy movie theater. Are your movie theaters like ours? Have they started serving alcohol at your movie theaters? I'm asking the wrong people. You guys look like drinkers, yeah.
A lot of drinkers in the crowd tonight at this church show. Right? I'm not a drinker. They started serving alcohol at our movie theater, and I think they only do that so that you're forgetting how much you paid as you came. That's the main goal there. Drew's a little sick right now. I'm just getting over his sickness. It feels great. I had to do a show sick last week, and it created a lot of problems on the way to the show. In order to save my voice for the show, I had to whisper the entire day. So I was at the airport, and after I was done getting patted down by the TSA, I had to go, "Thank you." They're like, "Thank you for flying Delta." And I was like, "Have a nice day." It could be worse, though. Like, if I worked at Chick-fil-A, they'd have to be like, "Thanks for the waffle fries." "My pleasure." Really creep people out, man. Oh, my goodness. But before we get started tonight, I gotta talk about something amazing that happened to me. Something incredible happened to me this week that I just have to share with you before we get started. This week, I went to go get some items at Walmart, because I'm a faithful, Great Value brand supporter. And I got all my things at Walmart, because that's where I shop. But then, on my way home, I realized I forgot something, so I walked into Harris Teeter. I went from Walmart to Harris Teeter. Let me tell you, folks, if you've never known what it's like to be upgraded to first class, go to those stores in that order. You will feel amazing. I walked into Harris Teeter after going to Walmart, and I was like, "Oh, I should have shaved. All right, I feel like a real housewife of Leland. This is very nice right here." When you go to Walmart, you get lost. You go to Harris Teeter, you get samples. I was like, "What are these, hors d'oeuvres? This is amazing. This is the closest I'll ever get to having a butler. All right." I was walking through there, kicking my heels up, like, "Look at me. I'm a fancy Williams mom. Yeah." Oh. I mean, you go to Walmart sometime and do that backwards. Go to Harris Teeter, get your groceries, and then go to Walmart. It's like getting out of a hot tub and jumping into a cold pool. You go to Walmart, ask where something is, and then measure how long the sigh is that they give you. Okay, that guy gets it, apparently. This guy's been looking for customer service. It's like, "Can you help me find party supplies?" And he's like, it's over there. They don't even point, they just do this. Like, it's in that general direction. Leave me alone, I don't want to be here either. One time I went to a Walmart associate to ask for help, and they made eye contact with me and then started walking away. Like, they didn't want to help me at all. Walmart's like purgatory. You don't know how you got there. You don't know why you're there. It doesn't end or begin. It's just an insane place that no one needs to go to. By the way, go to Harris Teeter and do it. Go to Harris Teeter and ask where something is. You know what they do? They will walk with you to your item. Tonight's show brought to you by Harris Teeter, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. Should have brought that up at the very beginning, but... Now, I didn't get to hear as many folks this year from last year. How many folks were here last year for the show? 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many folks is your first time here at a comedy event here tonight? All right. Some of you clapped. Some of you were like, "Is he taking attendance?" All right, I hear. Yeah, okay. That works out all right. Just kind of want to know where to start and where to end, folks, okay? But it's not just Burlington. It's the whole area here. And it starts here at Integrity Church. I know Integrity Church is a wonderful place. How do I know Integrity Church is a wonderful place? Well, because I went on your website. And what do I see on that website? I see a bunch of smiling faces. Every photo is smiling. Every single photo is smiling. Everyone you see is smiling. There's some happy people working here, and every single shot, even Ray straight out of Compton is smiling, okay? It's true. Even your sheriff. Look how big the smile is on this man's face, the sheriff of this area. But my favorite is this lady right here. Why? Not so much a smile as just a sly smirk. Like she's like the female Clint Eastwood. Like, you want some information? Do you, punk? And don't be thrown off. That's how she looks in every photo, whether it's at church or whatever is happening here. Okay, I looked her up. It's true. Only time she's not happy, only time you don't want to mess with her is when she's eating food, okay? Don't mess with her. Whether it's outside or whether you're inside a building, do not mess with this lady when she's eating, okay? That's no smirk. Whether it's inside or it's outside, basically just steer clear if there's food, okay? That's what you want to do. No smirk, just don't mess with her. Let her eat her food. Let her eat her food. And I love Pastor Bud. Pastor Bud, a pastor that I feel like I can finally speak to at eye level. It's so nice to have someone meet me. Short man like myself, thank you. It's good. Now, last year I like doing my research. I like learning about the churches that I go to visit. Last year, I came across this gym right here that made me laugh. Had a lot of questions. What is this man's sermons like? But I started digging more. I thought this was a common thing. One of my other favorites I came across this time was this one right here, because it has his quote on the bottom of the screen, but it's the same quote that's on the television behind him as well. Like, if you look very closely, those are the same words. Did not have to repeat himself. It's a good pastor, preaches the word, man of prayer. I love Pastor Bud. Pastor Bud loves you guys. He's got a passion for this church and for spreading the gospel, and I love it. Also, he's good with children. He was given one of his videos while holding a baby. Not too good, though, because in the next frame, he let the baby run free in the parking lot. I was like, Pastor Bud, the sheep is getting away. Leave the 99 to save one, man, okay? This is a dangerous parking lot, sir. Goodness great. Not just the pastor, though. Not just the pastor. The people here, too. I don't know where you are. How many integrity folks do we have here? Scared to say. All right. You know, ma'am, I can't see you, but I can hear you. The lights are dim. That does not have an effect on the sound. The people here are great, too. You know, the volunteers, I watched your video. Look how happy these people are just to guide parking. This guy's a little too happy to welcome people to church. I'm a little nervous there. I don't know if he's blowing a kiss or like, hey, it's my first time. Take it easy. I'll shake a hand. That's about it. And you know what I like about you integrity people? Is you guys hold each other accountable. You guys hold each other accountable with tough love. We believers need that in our life. We're not supposed to live life alone. You guys have tough love at this church. How do I know? Because I've seen the behind scenes of your volunteering. One volunteer got out of line, and another volunteer decided to lay down the law and just start kicking her. And as if that wasn't enough, she began to body slam her in the next one. All the way down to the smackdown right there. All the way to the floor. It's like, wow. You mess up one children's story during kids' time, and it's a price to pay. Oh. The pastor, the volunteers, and your youth group. Any youth group? Any students here? Great, we can make fun of them. Okay, great. These are the ones that were the most entertaining, because these people do not care how they look on camera. One of my favorites I came across was the dab with the donut. I'm gonna dab, but I'm also hungry, all right? Going to dab on this donut. Also, I don't care how close I am to the camera. It's a great photo bomb there. I got some Wolfpack gang symbols here. So many gang symbols with this youth group. We really need to investigate that. I've seen some of your worship band as well. I love seeing your worship band up here. I was told that your worship band, from what I can tell, also played at Lifeway bookstores. I think that's pretty neat. Although, if you guys really want to get out in the witnessing field here in Burlington, you need to take that to Wendy's, okay? That's what you need to do. Just start playing in Wendy's, and that's how we'll spread the word. Now, last year I did talk about how I wanted you guys to get some good online presence, so I pointed out that you had a 5-star rating on Yelp, but that was based on one review. And then I checked you out on Google. I thought you'd have 5 stars there. Very sad, so close. 4.9, 4.9, so close. But listen, integrity, it's not your fault. It's nothing you guys have done. It is someone who doesn't know how to use Google. Because when I clicked on it, you had all 5-star ratings, 15 5-star ratings, and then you had one that said, Went there for a birthday party. Nice place. Do they hold birthday parties at this church? Is that part of the business? You gotta be careful. Good thing the students aren't here because you guys can follow me after the show. But anyway, last year I was very excited to be here. Last year I was celebrating 7 years of marriage. I have just celebrated 8 years of marriage, people. 8-year wedding anniversary. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's a good place to be. And my wife and I disagree on a few things. We don't see eye to eye on politics. That makes it a very tough situation. I like talking about politics. I won't do it here. Okay, this is not the appropriate place for that. I save it for where it's appropriate. Facebook. I love talking on Facebook just to see the reaction I can get out of people, okay? Y'all, you get people triggered enough, they will say a lot of things on Facebook. I saw a redneck defend Wakanda the other day. It was awesome. He was like, hey man, if walls don't work, how do you explain Wakanda, huh? It is a digital wall for the Black Panther, okay? All right, America forever, all right? That's... I saw one guy who actually, he asked this question. He goes, hey, isn't it okay to be proud to be white? And let's just go ahead and set the record straight. I did it with him online. I said, look, let's set the record straight tonight, folks, okay? You can be proud to be white, but you got to be real specific about it, okay? Like, you can be proud to be Irish. You can be proud of your Scottish heritage the way that I am, okay? Scandinavia, great. Italian, all right. French, slow down. I mean, France, really, your main exports are cheese, wine, and surrender. What are you proud of? Exactly. Oh, there are a lot of French people in the crowd tonight? Oh, man, Jacques is going to be really mad at him for that one. Pierre's already cracking his knuckles. Oh, wait, are the Rambos here? Okay, see, they're not here. We're fine. Only one you got to be real careful about is German. Yeah. You can be proud to be German, but you better be at a soccer game, okay? Like, you can be proud to be from Germany at the Olympics, all right? Hey, if you make it to the World Cup, we'll even let you chant, Germans are the best. Germans are the best. Germans are the best in the context of this athletic event, and certainly not in terms of racial superiority. This is a long chant. Goodness gracious. But you got to be careful, man. Got to be careful. You know, it's a good thing we have a very diverse audience here. Thank you, sir. That guy gets it. I mean, in this room alone, we've got all different kinds of white people. I mean, look at this. This is really something else. Polish. Hey, I found one. Hey, all right. Quota. Very good. Look, we're on a community college brochure here, sir. All right, very good. This is awesome. There's real hate out there, and we as a church historically have not done enough. And it's good to see. Integration in the church finally start to take place. That's a wonderful thing. That's God's plan. That's heaven right there. It's heaven. There's no Jew. There's no Greek. It's only those who are in Christ. Amen? It's a wonderful thing. There's real hate out there. You got to fight. And there's fake hate, too. Has anyone been following the Jussie Smollett story? Anyone? All right. No one watches the news here, apparently. Well, you're going to love this joke, then. I hope you're ready for it. Is anyone familiar with the Jussie Smollett story? He faked a hate crime? All right, I knew the Fox News people would know. All right, come on. They're probably the first ones. Like, yeah, I know this. I'm sorry. It's just nice to finally see an actor that can also produce. It's just nice to finally see that. Thank you, sir. All right, look, Jussie Smollett isn't here. You understand that, right? He's out there with the French, and they're all hanging out. They can't hear our jokes. It's totally fine. Goodness gracious. Oh, man. Sorry. I gotta talk about something real quick. I was driving up here with Drew, and it's weird on the highway. I mentioned this last year that in cities like Burlington and Wilmington, big homes are around big homes and small homes are around small homes. But out there on 40 in the country, it's anyone's guess. Like, you can look on one side of the road and it's like mansion, farm, ranch. But on this side, it's like camper, shack, Meth lab. It's like, wait a minute, hold on a second. How are these across the street from each other? And look, I'm not coming down on small homes. I was born in a trailer in Texas. The trailerist of states, people. But even then, I did not see what I saw on the way to Haw River one time. I passed by a trailer park with its own graveyard. Folks, that is commitment to community right there, okay? What is the neighborhood motto? You live here, you die here. Nobody leaves. And I pointed this out to Drew. I was like, Drew, do you notice something? That on these mansion farm ranches, there's no warning signs. You don't see warning signs on any of these houses or homes or structures. But you're seeing warning signs like beware of dog, no trespassing, private property on the most broke down shacks that you could imagine. It's like beware of dog, no trespassing, no trespassing. I'm like, no, duh. Yeah, you didn't need the sign, man. The fumes coming out the window was enough. We're not going in there, okay? Goodness gracious in the morning. Celebrating 8 years, though. I consider myself a woke person. Try to share my faith a lot, too. That's the one thing my wife and I have in common, you know. Sometimes I'm too open about it. I was flying at the airport, and I was like, saw this person. She had a huge cross around her neck, huge cross necklace. And I was just bold. I was just like, hey, are you a believer? She was like, in what? I was like, oh, I saw your big cross. Are you a Christian? You know? She's like, what gave you that idea? You either hate. I'm not exactly sure. It was this bit. I was like, you either love Jesus or you hate vampires. One of the two. That's exactly what's going on there. I mentioned last year that I love the 1-year Bible too. Anyone ever done the 1-year Bible? Okay, is this a church? We don't drink, but we don't read the Bible either. We're right in between, sir. We're some lukewarm people. Get used to it. Just kidding around. I like the 1-year Bible. It makes you want to visit parts of the Bible. I especially like reading about the disciples because they were normal people like you and me. They were fishermen. God chose them, you know, because they were normal folks like us, you know. They made dumb decisions like we all do, you know. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we found, like, a missing manuscript where it shows that the disciples tried to throw Jesus a surprise birthday party. I would love to see that. Let's be like guys, quiet. Guys, quiet. Bartholomew, quiet. He's coming. Here we go. This is 33. It's a big one. Here we go. Ready. Surprise! And Jesus would have to be like, oh, wow, thanks. You guys shouldn't have done this. Really, you shouldn't have done this. Are you serious? Whose idea was this? I've been doing miracles for 3 years. Whose idea was this? Whose idea was to have this on Christmas? Whose idea was that? That was a bad idea. Who thought of this? Peter, was this your idea? Peter? Don't deny it. Be good. I like reading the Bible with my kids, and you have to skip over some parts. Some of it's not kid friendly. I like reading it with my wife sometimes too. Helps us bond. I try to be romantic with my wife, you know. It's tough sometimes. I'm not a super romantic guy. But sometimes the good Lord just throws you a softball and you have a chance, you know. So we were coming in from the beach. We live in Wilmington near the water. And my wife was getting in the shower to kind of get all the sand off her. And she gets out of the shower and she goes, oh no, I've got these tan lines now. Like, what are you talking about? She's like, well, I was in the sun too long, and now there's tan lines where my bathing suit was. It makes me look weird. And I was like, this is my chance. And I was like, sweetheart, I don't care about your tan lines. You are beautiful. She was like, oh, you don't hate my tan lines? But then I took it too far. I was like, sweetheart, it's like God took some kind of giant highlighter and has highlighted my favorite things about you, okay? I love your tan lines. They show me where to focus, okay? I don't know why wives would hate tan lines. They're awesome. It's like you've crossed the border into fun territory. It is fantastic. I don't know why anyone would hate it. Look, I know this is awkward. I know it's a little awkward, but look, we have to talk about this. This is a good thing. We have to talk about this in church sometimes, because you know what? The world is willing and ready to talk about it anytime. We're married. We love each other very much. And in God's eyes, that's a wonderful gift. It's like the garden. It's like the garden. There is no shame. There's no shame. It is okay to be married and be naked. But I learned this, as a dude, it's never okay to be completely naked and still have a t-shirt on. You ever find yourself completely naked except for a t-shirt? It's disgusting, isn't it? You're like some kind of giant baby just walking around your house. Pants. Wife was like, "Can you put some pants on? Maybe take off those socks, you know?" It's like, I was trying to highlight the best part for you, sweetheart. Okay, I thought I'd return the favor. We waited till we were married. And that was not easy, folks. That was actually very difficult for her. We made it. Like I said, I try to be romantic. I'm not good at it. Lesson to the fellas in the room. If you're ever trying to romance your wife and set the mood, do not use the Pandora Music app, okay? If you do, learn from my mistake. Invest in the ad-free version. Nothing kills the mood faster than an ad from Stamps.com. It'll kill the mood pretty quickly. Oh, my goodness. It's good to be married, you know? Like, before, when I was single and went to Victoria's Secret, it was creepy. Now it's not as bad. And if you were here last year, you know that my wife is a lot hotter than I am. She's better looking than me. People see us together and they get really confused. Like the lady at Victoria's Secret kind of gave us a weird look like, "Oh, is she taking care of this person or what's going on here?" Then she realized that we were married and she went, "Oh, look, you guys are the same height." And I was like, wow, she does not need more reasons to leave me, lady, okay? I was at the bank with my wife and I signed a check really quickly. And the accountant went, "Wow, you have the signature of a doctor." And then she looked at my computer screen and she went, "Oh, but you do not have the account of one." Wow. Thought this was First Citizens Bank, not First Criticized Bank. And I was mad because her joke was better. I guess you just appreciate different things when you're in your 30s. Like, I know I'm in my 30s because I got really excited about a parking spot the other day. It's like, we're so close to the building, we won't have to walk at all. This is great. My wife jumped out of the shower and she says, "You gotta come check this out. You gotta come check this out." It's like, what? What's wrong? What's the emergency? She says, "Nothing. I finished my shampoo bottle and my conditioner bottle at the same time." That never happens. I'm like, wow, we need to have more exciting lives. This is boring. My wife is a working lady. We both work. We are not stay-at-home people. Either one of us would be good stay-at-home parents either. Like we don't clean our house very well. I never know what cleaning products to buy because they all just show the same thing on television. Like every single cleaning commercial is the same. They have like a glass of wine and they're like, "Watch this. With OxyClean, you can do anything. You could spill one on the carpet. You could spill one on the mattress. You could spill one on your shirt." And I'm like, how drunk is this person? I'm not a drinker, but maybe the solution to your problem isn't OxyClean. Maybe drink less? Maybe. What's it like going to this person's house for like a dinner party? Like, "How you doing? Welcome to my home. Welcome to my home. This is my new carpet over here. This is my new mattress over here. This is my new shirt. Hey, it's fine. I got OxyClean." My wife is a high school teacher, and I use her to figure out what is cool because I am no longer in that category. And I felt cool, too. I was hanging out with her students. She teaches in the inner city, and I felt very cool because they all kept calling me homeboy. Like, "What up, homeboy? Hey, homeboy's here." And I thought I was very cool until I learned they were calling me that because they thought I was homeschooled. Like, that is why we are calling you homeboy, and it is embarrassing. I'm nervous about teenagers. Anyone here have teenagers? I heard a groan. Hopefully you're not sitting with said teenager. Of course, we are addressing awkward topics tonight. Why not? The only thing I'm not really nervous about is whenever my kids become teenagers, I'm not nervous about them smoking. Because smoking isn't cool anymore. Because we have switched from cigarettes to e-cigarettes. And nobody looks good smoking in e-cigarettes. Like smoking, you'd have to be worried about it looking cool back in the day. Like Clint Eastwood would have one, and then people would look really awesome in films. But now, everyone looks terrible smoking an e-cigarette. Nobody looks cool smoking the front end of Kevin McAllister's Home Alone 2 Talk Boy. Okay? That's like, you want to hit off my kazoo shoved into a Game Boy? Yeah, why don't we go ahead and puff on this? They're like the size of this right here. This doesn't look good or cool in any way possible. Now, have you guys seen this? Some people smoke e-cigarettes and they have them on a necklace. Like it's some kind of white trash peace pipe that they can have whenever they want. Like, what is the next step in e-cigarette technology? Just putting it on one of those like harmonica holders while you drive, like hands free? I can't even hear my credit rating lowering. All right, yes. This is delicious indeed. Oh, man. I love my kids. Kids are great if you hate money. Very, very hard to have. You hear horror stories, too, now about having kids. Like, have you guys heard this in the news? Sometimes you will hear about a kid being left in a car and the parent forgets about the kid. Have you guys heard that? That happens. And of course, we all think to ourselves, I couldn't conceive leaving my child in a car. I could never do that. That's for bad parents. I'm a good parent. I could never leave my kid in a car. I would never forget. But then I was like, wait a minute, John. Every time you go to Outback Steakhouse and you get your leftover food in a box to go, you leave that box at the restaurant, don't you? And I only love my kids slightly more than Outback Steakhouse, you guys. I feel like I'm in real trouble. I feel like I'm in real danger, you know? Kids are expensive too. Kids are very, very expensive. It costs a lot of money. I'm trying to get my life on track with Dave Ramsey. Any Dave Ramsey people in the crowd? Yeah, that's gotten the most reaction the whole night right there. Drinking, Bible, Dave Ramsey? Ooh, yes. I want to do my debt-free scream right now for that. Yeah. Look, let me just go off on a tangent. I like Dave Ramsey. I like the Dave Ramsey show. I don't like it when people call into the Dave Ramsey show because it's just a waste of everyone's time. When people call into the Dave Ramsey show, they only fall on one or two ends of the spectrum. Like either they're on this side or this side. Like you'll have some people call into the Dave Ramsey show and they'll be like, Dave, we are in a pickle. We just paid off our third home, sent our fourth kid to college debt-free. Now we don't know where to vacation. Can you help? I don't know what we're going to do. And I'm like in my car, like, I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to get on a plane, fly out of here on vacation, and free up the lines for the people that need to talk to Dave. And Dave will still take those calls. He'll be like, okay, what's your emergency fund? I'm like, no. And then some people call it the Dave Ramsey show who even Dave can't help. You'll hear them call in, like, breathing heavy, like, Dave, listen, are you there? How are you? Better than you deserve. I should have known that. I don't know why I ask. I should have known. Listen, I'm in a lot of trouble. I'm $1 billion in debt to the mafia. And they're holding my family hostage at a timeshare that I cannot get out of. Just once I want to hear Dave go, okay, I can't help you. I can't. You're hopeless. Oh, we had so much money before we had kids. We would buy brand name stuff. We would get delicious pizza. There's a place called Slice of Life in Wilmington. Where's the best pizza here? Murmur. Sal's. It's a great place. Big, thick, square pizza. I'm all about it. We used to get such good pizza. Who knows where we get pizza now? I wish. Domino's? Excuse me while I drop my monocle into my caviar. Oh my goodness. Domino's. Wow, Mill Point. All right. No. If I strike the lottery, who knows where I get pizza? Little How many Carnegies are in this audience? Little Caesars? No. Come on now, go, guys, think lower. Well, yes. Give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen, yes. The answer was in the earlier part of the show. We get great value frozen pizza. Sometimes Red Baron on a good week. Oh my gosh, it's terrible. Someone said CC's. Someone said, you guys, Little Caesars. Little Caesars is the best because you know Little Caesars isn't good. They know they're not good. Do you know why? Because you can hear their slogan. Little Caesars, hot and ready. That's it. That's all they can guarantee. It's like Little Caesars, hot and ready. What's it taste like? It's just hot and ready, all right? Only thing we can guarantee is its relative temperature and availability. All right, that's anything beyond that, so roll of the dice. Take a chance, come to Little Caesars. Yeah, someone said CC's. You know what CC's is? All you can eat Little Caesars. That's all that it is, people. It's a scam. They just buy it all for $5 and take it out of the box. That's all it is. I'm so sorry to ruin this for kids. Kids hear CC's and they're like, ooh, you'll find out later when your taste buds develop after puberty. Oh my goodness. It's a scam. It's no good at all. I'm trying not to brag. Sometimes we get Red Baron, you know. Sometimes I don't want to brag too much. Well, I might as well just brag. If you were here last year, you know that in addition to comedy, to feed my family, sometimes I will dabble in magic. Thank you, that is the correct response. Thanks to everyone here who gave me a nice flashback to my in-laws there. Thank you. That's quit my job to do comedy, but it's cool. I got a part-time job while I'm starting, okay? I'm part-timing as a magician. Watch as I make your daughter's future disappear. I work at a magic camp. Not the joke, but thank you. It's just my life, that's all. It's just my life. You know you've chosen a bad profession. You know you've chosen a bad profession when the nurses who delivered your baby feel sorry for you. Like that's... Like they delivered the baby and they're like, what do you do? My wife's like, I'm a teacher. I'm like, what do you do? And I was like, I'm a comedian. You're like, oh. They began to treat my wife like a single mother at that point. And I was, are you okay? I remember one of them did this then. Then one of them said, what's your real job? I was like, okay, magician. The guy that came in to do the epidural, this big doctor came in. He's like, I've seen you before. And I was like, you probably saw me headline the comedy club downtown. He's like, no, you were a cowboy at my kid's birthday party. Yeah, so you know we can't afford this then, right? We know that's not affordable. I'm not going to be able to do that at all. That's embarrassing. To do comedy at a lot of different places. When you start out, you just perform wherever you can. I performed at poetry slams and bars and restaurants and churches and coffee houses. But my favorite is sometimes I would get to perform at a hookah bar. Do you guys know what a hookah bar is? Pastor, close your eyes. Anyone know what a hookah bar is? A hookah bar is a place where hippies hang out. And every time I'd be doing comedy at a hookah bar, I'd always be thinking the same thing in my head. I'd be like, this is the only bar I would ever want to get in a fight in at. You know, because there's pillows everywhere. You just be bouncing around, you know. Grab a pillow, smack a hippie. It just be... It's like, this vegan diet has nothing on me. All right. I'll take these vegans any day. There's no Marines here. I'll crush this. Now, I don't want to get too controversial, but there are some things Christians do and something other Christians not to do. My dad would always advise me, major on the major, minor on the minors. Major on Jesus came, died, rose again for your sins. Minor on stuff like eating food sacrificed to idols. I don't know, just small stuff. Tattoos, piercings. Anyone with tattoos in here? Okay, and how many of you instead are going to heaven? Let's see. No, I'm just kidding. It's an example, right? A tattoo, some people believe it's okay, some people don't. And this created some rift for us at our wedding one time. Well, the only time. We got married once. I come from a family that does not consume alcohol. My wife comes from a family that consumes a lot of alcohol. We had to think about if we could have alcohol at the wedding. We're like, should we have alcohol at the wedding? Is that going to be okay? Are people going to be mad if we have alcohol at the wedding? Are they going to be mad if we don't have alcohol at the wedding? Should we have alcohol at the wedding? I had to stop and catch myself and go right to the word, folks. Because look, people, even Jesus knew that a wedding without booze was no good, okay? That was miracle numero uno. Changing water into wine at a wedding banquet. I could see Jesus now there with his buddies like, look, guys, I wasn't going to kick off this miracle parade for another month or so, but this wedding's terrible. No one's dancing. Judas is so bored over there in the corner, he's about to hang himself. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, too soon, Integrity Church? Too soon for Judas? All right, so far we have Judas, the French, and Jesse Smollett, who are going to be all angry with me about this show. I kind of go off and on. Some years I'll see what alcohol is like, and some years I don't. I try to go by what Ephesians says: don't get drunk. You know, I've consumed it before. I've taken years off. I didn't have any alcohol in 2016, and right now I'm in a 2-year stint. I said I did 1 year. I'm going to go 2 now. I really felt the Lord was saying alcohol doesn't need to be a part of your life. Maybe some for some people, not for you. I got very Peter. I went very Peter. I was like, what about these guys? They're okay. He's like, I don't know. Don't worry about them. I'm going to tell you what to do. Don't have any more. And I think it's because this is the time where my children are very young and impressionable. So I've completely said, I went to my wife and I said, I'm not going to consume alcohol for at least 2 years. And she went, well, I'm a teacher, so good luck with that. I remember I told my brother, I was like, I think I'm going to stop drinking alcohol now that I have 2 kids. And he goes, really? That's when I turned it up a little bit. That's when I needed it the most. So it's been kind of a fun adventure. I like it because I like having a relationship with God. I like being able to take these things to him, difficult questions, you know. I want to be a dad that's in shape, you know. I want to be a dad that can keep up with his kids. I have to talk about this. Jacob told me that he wanted me to bring this up. I have a buddy that has sold his soul to CrossFit, folks. And I don't like exercise. Anyone else hate it? Anyone else not a fan? Yeah, come on. I'm in Burlington. Come on, a couple more. We like to eat, not exercise, okay? I still miss Roccola grilled cheese fries. I do. Is right. I think I almost heard an amen over here. All right. That was... And I don't like it. And my buddy, who has sold his soul to CrossFit, says, man, you're just doing it wrong. You just have to run so much. You just have to run until you get a runner's high. If you run enough, you get the ability to have a runner's high. I said, do you also get the ability to tell lies? Because there's no such thing as a runner's high, Burlington. There's no such thing as a runner's high. You know how I know there's no such thing as a runner's high? Nobody's addicted to running, okay? Nobody's addicted to run, living in a run house, selling all their possessions for running shoes, okay? There's no seedy characters and Graham on a street corner with a trench coat going, what do you need? I got Nikes, I got Reeboks, you know? Some runhead's like, just give me some Skechers, man, okay? Like, you don't sit a family member down for an intervention because they're doing too many 5Ks, all right? Like, listen, hand over the New Balances. You're doing the color run, you're doing these charities, and they're like, whoa, they're just 5Ks, okay? They're not marathons, okay? I said, I'm just a social runner, all right? I only run when I smoke, all right? It's just, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. People are losing their mind. Everyone's losing their mind. The country's going crazy right now. How many Facebook people do we have in here? How many people here are on Facebook? Yeah? Anyone here not on Facebook? Boy, that guy was waiting for that question. That's the guy that writes up 3 paragraphs on Facebook while he's leaving Facebook. Like, dear Facebook, I'm leaving. Do you guys remember when you first got Facebook? Do you guys remember getting it for the first time? Remember when we first got Facebook and it was great? You were getting like friend requests nonstop. It was like, man, I am popular. How many times do I have to click confirm? You would join any dumb group for any stupid reason, like I support a Burlington football team. You know what sounds like a good idea? Join. This group here likes raisins. I love raisins, yes. I will join this group. And I'll become an administrator. What's Facebook now? Lame. Everyone's just putting their feelings up there. Girls are sharing song lyrics. It's like, I'm mad at my boyfriend, but what, you know who could say this better? Taylor Swift, yeah. Share. You know? And we can make fun of it all we want, but only a few people will leave. The rest of us are on there for life. No, I'm not getting on Facebook. I'm gonna be on Facebook forever. I'm gonna be on Facebook till I'm like 90. And by then, like, Facebook will send you notifications when your friends have died and whatnot, you know? It's like Blair Rutledge is no longer listed as living. Would you like to attend her funeral? Maybe. I'll just maybe attend that one. I do wish that my wife could be here. She always enjoys coming to shows, and we have good conversations on the way up and down. We disagree on politics, so we try to stick to pop culture. I hate bringing this up. Is anyone here familiar with the R. Kelly situation that's going on right now? Yeah. I heard a yeah, and a I heard a giggles there. Who knows who R. Kelly is? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Okay, a couple of us. Who knows what the Remix to Ignition is? One person. All right, so R. Kelly was very popular when I was in high school. He's a rap R&B artist, but if you haven't been watching the news or you've been living under a rock, he's a very evil guy who is finally getting caught. So I thought to myself, you know, I had to do a tribute to his bad deeds catching up to him. So I'm going to ask the DJ to turn up loud and play a little something here for us. I don't usually do parodies, but I had to go ahead and kick this off for you guys. I'm not trying to be rude, but R. Kelly, we ain't feeling you. It's like all the things you do are coming back to haunt you. That's why we're all up in your grill with Oprah's friend Gail. Looks like it's gonna be a while, and you're heading to jail because you a liar and you are creepy. We don't want it no more. Go and head through prison's door while we play it up here. It's the remix to R. Kelly, like a donut with jelly. You think you like it at first, but then it gets down in your belly. You're like, I'm in his son. We're like, so what, you dumb? Because now it's me too, and baby, your time is done. Balance, 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 child support. Balance, 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 ayy. Now I believe you can lie. Remember that Space Jam rhyme, because you have crossed the line. What's wrong with some bump and grind? Well, those girls were underage. You no longer a sage. Looks like it's gonna be a while before you take the stage, because you're a liar and you are crazy. We don't want it no more. Go head through prison's door while we play it up here. It's the remix to R. Kelly, heading to a jail celly. Don't want your music no more, I'll just go and listen to Nelly. You thought you were number one. You sound like you're drunk. Documentaries are popular, seen by everyone. can't stop laughing. Feel bad for your lawyers, clues in all of your songs, evidence everywhere. We got the jury to the left, prosecution to the right. If we had every witness, it would take all night. Then after the trial, it's the sentencing. Going to a place with barbed wire fencing. You thought that it would help if you lost your mind. You are a cult leader of the worst kind, because you're a liar and you are guilty. We don't want it no more. Go head through prison's door while we play it up here. It's the remix to R. Kelly. So you go crazy on telly. That ain't no misdemeanor. Sir, that's a felony. Too late to go on the run. Your time is done, because now it's Me Too and your time has come. It's a remix to R. Kelly, heading to a jail celly. Don't want your music no more. I'll just go and listen to Nelly. You thought you were number one. You sound like you're drunk, because now it's Me Too and baby, your time is done. Scrolling through my playlist, deleting all of your songs. Get them off of my phone. I don't want them no more. I want something better instead to get stuck in my head. I'll go and listen to Bizzle, and then I'll go off to bed. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate it so much. My name is Sean Felch. You guys have been fantastic. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Thanks for coming out for comedy. Come say hello. And thanks for coming to Integrity, guys. Have a great night, and thank you again.